Back to Hill. 4 on the shot clock. No good from outside. Here in the half. Here's Sloan. He's covered by Rose. It's George on the wing. The feed to Hill. And it's sent back by Noah. And it will go, and the Bulls' lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Roy Hibbert. And the first hit.
Hey, Kevin, with Derrick Rose. Derrick, how does it...
On our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball.
Been a big game for the Beast. 15 points, and 4 of his points have come at the foul line. He's made the most of those opportunities.
Which can't be undervalued, Clark. So many times a game can come down to which team wins the free throw battle.
Paul George is the 3 with David West at the 4. George Hill out there with Rodney Stuckey. And it's Hibbert in at the 7. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Stuckey passes to George. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one.
The Chicago Bulls consistently one of the best defensive teams in basketball. And Coach Tom Thibodeau is an innovator on that side of the floor and great motivator as well. He's done an amazing job.
Hibbert with a screen on Butler. West dishes to George. They get the rebound. Dunleavy kicks to Moore. And a minute played as the second half gets going. The second chance effort. And the layup is up and in. Moore's got the first basket of the second half. That one for the Bulls. Bulls center Joakim Noah, winning Defensive Player of the Year last season. Well-deserved, a big factor for him inside.
And, you know, Kevin, you can make a case with the talent they have, arguably being the premier defensive front line in the NBA.
Agreed. On its way from Rose for 2. Kick out to Moore, and stolen by Hibbert. Luis Scola. He's checked in for David West. On defense, Chicago. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to just 3 in the basket for Scola.
Now, the Pacers gave up a lot to acquire Luis Scola from Phoenix last season, especially for a player who probably didn't fit in the Suns' plans anyway. He gave up Miles Plumlee, Gerald Green, and a first-round pick. That shows you how highly they thought of the Argentine power forward. And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
And George kicks to Hill for the tie. Rebound by the Bulls. And Scola, now 34 years of age, is...
Oh, get it! Oh, watch out now!
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now. It's their defense, that's for sure.
And here are the Bulls now. Count the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Rodney Stuckey.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
That's what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. More of the same. Get it inside.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Timeout called the Pacers. Not a lot of people thought, Steve, that Chicago had a chance last year to do much when Derrick Rose went down, but they stuck with it and ended up in the playoffs nonetheless.
And they didn't just make the playoffs, but they had home court advantage in the first round as well.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Mahimi comes in for Roy Hibbert, and it's Watson in for George Hill. Stuckey kicks to Watson. George passes to Scola. Just 5 on the clock. And George, here we go. That one off the back iron and out.
Unfortunately for the Bulls, home court advantage really didn't do much for them as they dropped their first 2 games at home and were bounced in the first round. Another example of why home court advantage is desired, but it doesn't necessarily guarantee anything in the playoffs. Matchups drive results.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. I mean, his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Joakim Noah is checked in for Chicago.
Well, the Bulls ran into a solid Wizards team and lost in the first round of the playoffs. It looked to me like they might have been worn down. And I think a healthy Bulls team with a little more depth is definitely a threat to go deeper this season.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Yes, Kevin, for Doug McDermott, he feels as though he's been overlooked a lot in his career, but he's learned to let it go, saying, I've always had a chip on my shoulder because I didn't have any scholarship offers. It was more trying to prove people wrong early in my career. Now I feel like I've established myself, and I'm just playing for the love of the game. Good motivation, guys.
Man, the game's in his veins, don't you think, Doris? It's what he loves. Thank you. And here's Brooks from outside. Rebound by Mahimi. Pacers trail by 3. And there's the fouls on C.J. Watson. That is his first foul of the game.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips. But those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely, Clark. They've got to have a tighter handle on the ball.
Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Outside, George. Outside, Scola. Back to George.
How about that basketball fan? Beautiful. Wow. Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Still, I mean, startling that he'd even try that right now. Beautiful job angling his body, shielding the big man from the ball on his way to the basket.
That's really the only way to do it if you're going to take it down there amongst the tall trees.
Mahimi down low, covered by Noah. That's good. Mahimi's got his second bucket. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Brooks outside. Three-pointer. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
He's just been ice cold. I mean, he cannot find the range.
Here's George. Knocked away. And here is Gibson. Brooks from outside. No good on the buzzer beater. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's Chicago